Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. It's your boy Phil. So today, we are back at GEISHA Asian Fusion in Washington Heights to try out their omakase. Translated from Japanese as I'll leave it up to you. So, what are we waiting for? Let's start the video. Hope you're having a great day, everyone. So today, we are back at GEISHA Asian Fusion. As you know from my first video, we tried their sushi and sashimi platter. And in my second video, I tried out and picked my own types of sushi, specifically 11 to 12 types. But today, we are going to try their omakase. As in my previous video, GEISHA Asian Fusion is a fusion restaurant made up of Asian cuisines, mainly Chinese, Japanese, Thai, and other recipes and favorites from other Asian cuisines. But today, we are going to focus on omakase. Omakase literally means I leave it up to you, in which the sushi chef will decide what's on the menu for that day and ultimately depends on the availability and seasonality of the seafood. So therefore, the menu changes every day, and it's actually a surprise what type of sushi or seafood you are going to get. Let's get this omakase started with sea bream in soy sauce. Sea bream slices, which is characterized as a very creamy, soft fish, kind of like a cross between a sea bass and a snapper. Very soft, very creamy, and the soy sauce adds the umami flavor as well as the fish roe on top. And here, it doesn't really need the soy sauce to be that tasty. Up next, very juicy and succulent fresh oysters. The oysters, of course, were 100% umami flavor. The fish roe on top added a new layer of texture because they have popping umami taste as you chew on them, and the chives added some garnish to the dish. These oysters truly tasted like the sea. I didn't really recognize the taste of the gold leaf, but despite that, this is 100% umami of an oyster. Next up is their sashimi platter, which consists of Spanish mackerel, hamachi or yellowtail, fatty tuna, king salmon belly, octopus, and fluke or flounder. So let's start with the fluke or flounder. Fluke, summer flounder or flounder, tastes like lean tuna. Very lean, and you can taste the fresh fish taste, but mostly I think it was dominated more by the herbs because you can taste more of the cucumber and the mint. Mackerel, oily, delicious, flavorful fish. And the combination of the blackberry, which gives it the sweetness, and the sesame seeds, which gives it a very nutty taste. Mixes well with the oily, flavorful mackerel. Next, octopus. Massaged and tenderized for about 6 to 8 hours. And like the squid, it just has the right amount of chewiness, but surprisingly very tender and flavorful for octopus. Salmon flesh is a very rich and fatty fish. So king salmon belly multiplies that flavor, richness, and that fat 10 times. And it also has 10 times the umami. The salmon eggs provided more umami. The mango slice provides the sweetness to balance out the rich, oily salmon flavor. Hamachi, one of my favorites, has a very rich, buttery flavor. Even if it's the lean muscle, it still packs that rich, fatty flavor, kind of like a combination between tuna and salmon. But the creamy, rich taste has its own unique flavor compared to the rich flavor of salmon. Fatty tuna, usually taken in the belly part, and this sushi is heavy. It's basically tuna butter, much like the king salmon belly, and it has a rich, creamy, fatty taste. It basically melts in your mouth, and you have to really chew it in order to appreciate and circulate all the flavor of that tuna fat in your mouth. Next up is their sushi platter, which consists of red clam, sweet jumbo shrimp, sweet scallops, fatty tuna belly, sea bream, and crispy shrimp head. So first, let's try this shrimp head. And this was a real treat. In Asian cuisine, the tamale from the shrimp head is considered a delicacy. Rightfully so, because it contains that fatty, rich tamale taste. The batter itself is light and crispy, and the tamale inside the shrimp head is just rich, fatty, full of flavor, and mostly umami. As you chew on the crispy head, all of the flavors just circulate in your mouth. Really, really delicious. This red clam is really tasty. It is soft with just the right amount of chewiness. And for some reason, the flavor profile, just like the other shellfish, is very sweet. So it's a combination of primarily sweet and tasty. Jumbo shrimp, very sweet, tasty, and soft. But what you will notice with this raw jumbo shrimp, it's very sweet. It leans more towards 70% sweet and 30% savory. Really delicious shrimp. Next is sea bream, slightly charred with yuzu pepper on top. The charring process activates the oils and the flavors in the meat and the fat. So as you chew along the sushi, you can taste that flavor of the oils and the creaminess of the meat. The yuzu pepper on top balances out the creaminess and richness of the fish. Next are scallops with a slightly charred surface. The flavor profile for these scallops they are soft and they are sweet. And that umami scallop flavor comes out as you chew on the sushi. And one of the best pieces again, much like the otoro sashimi, fatty tuna sushi. The real definition of tuna butter, the combination of the oils and flavors as you chew on them really circulates all the flavor and that umami tuna in your mouth. GEISHA Omakase Special Roll. A special roll that consists of tuna, fluke inside wrapped with rice and topped with creamy mayo sauce, salmon roe, some pieces of watercress, and edible orchids. Now these special rolls are very tasty. The first thing that I noticed is the creamy and tasty mayo sauce. One thing also, these are very generous in their portions. The fish inside is very fresh, rice very sweet and fluffy, and the umami is added by the mayo sauce and the salmon roe. And that's their creamy mayo sauce right there. The gold leaf on top, I didn't really recognize the taste, but hey, if it adds aesthetics to the sushi roll, then so be it. And of course, after some dessert, that was a great dinner indeed. Thank you for watching this video, and I really do hope that you enjoy it, and thank you for your continued support. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. See you later in the next video, guys. Take care.